Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So in this video, I want to talk about Dontnod's upcoming game, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. Now, I got to be honest with you, this is a game that kind of went under my radar, and not for lack of interest. It was because when I was starting to look over it a bit more, Life is Strange Double Exposure was announced, and then the fact that Max was coming back, that got all my attention, which resulted in me just putting this on the back burner. And now that Double Exposure has been released, I can focus my attention on this game. Now, what's interesting about this game is it was actually meant to come out earlier, but the one of the creators, I don't know if it was a team decision by Dontnod, but Michael Cook came out with a post saying that they're going to push the game till next year because of Life is Strange Double Exposure, which I think that's pretty cool what he did, because he was one of the writers for the original Life is Strange 1 and 2, and so the fact that he said, okay, we're going to push our game to next year so you can have your spot in the sunlight for Deck 9, I was thought, yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, if I'm wrong about that detail, let me know, because that's what I heard about why the game was pushed to next year. So if I'm wrong, okay, my bad. Now, from what I know originally, I don't know if there's been any new information. I've just been quickly researching this game to figure out what it's about. It's basically about four high school friends, and something happens in on summer vacation, which results in them never speaking to each other again for 27 years. And the game is going to be traveling back between the past and the present, and what we do in the past will affect the present. Now, I've been hearing many things about what might have gone on. One of them is that the girls will encounter an alien type being like Pennyworth, but I don't know if that's true. But because Pennyworth comes out or however you want to pronounce it, comes out every 27 years and eats a child. So maybe we're gonna have something like that, but I don't know, because what Don't Know did with the first two Life is Strange games is, unlike what Deck Nine's done, is they don't pull punches with their endings and the story in general. Because think about it, this is a team who killed off the main character in Life is Strange 2. So if they can do that, I generally believe that they could do something like the main character, I think her name's Swan, she could possibly be killed off in the end. And that's what I miss from Life is Strange. Like Double Exposure, you'd think there's just so many problems with that, especially with the delivery. Like you make like okay, it's a game based on choices, but when you think about it and you go back and play, there's not that many choices that impact the story. And I generally believe that Lost Records is gonna put Deck Nine to shame. People, because you have Deck Nine, who's made a sequel to Double Exposure. It's already getting bad reviews. If you like the game, if you enjoy it, okay, sure. But they've made so many contradictions to what they've previously said, respecting both endings. You don't need to play the first game to understand this game, which is simply not true. But with this, I do think people, like myself, when I'm going to play it, I generally believe this game will feel more Life is Strange than Life is Strange, if that makes sense. Tonally, visually, artistically, yeah, it's just certain writers and developers have a certain art style, and when you have other people come onto a project that don't have the same vision, the same creativity, then it's going to be noticeable. Now, that is to say, a new team of writers coming on to an existing IP and continuing a certain character's story, that they can do it justice. I don't know if any of you have played Assassin's Creed, but with the Ezio trilogy, across each three games there were different writers, yet Ezio's character is completely consistent across all three. And we see that, okay, he changes a bit in the games as they progress, but he's still the same character. And he learns a new lesson in each game, like the first one about revenge and then letting go. The second game, okay, I didn't get my revenge, I didn't end it, and that's caused this to happen, so I have to go and fix that. And then the sequel, Revelations, my favorite AC game, we see he's an aging man. He's like, okay, I've done this for many decades, and what has happened with my life. And I do think they're great games. The writers across each of the series did the character justice. And if you had writers, competent writers who cared about a character in a franchise, then it's possible Double Exposure could have been so great, except we got a game, we got a subpar game with many plot holes, and that is not okay. I think writers and that should, okay, we play the game ourselves, we take notes and see what we've done, and if it is good, okay, we're good to ship it. If not, we're going to have to call these actors back in and we're going to have to redo the scripts. Because especially when games recently are releasing in a buggy state, like Starfield, for example, that's not okay. You have to, but you have them treating us customers as beta testers, and I hope this is one of the things that Don't Nod doesn't do. Like from recent memory, I don't think they release games in a buggy state, but in this day and age, at least to me, it seems that releasing buggy games is a common occurrence, and then the day one patch comes out. Now, I still plan to play Double Exposure. I gotta do an alternate walkthrough. There's some other stuff I gotta do. But Life is Strange, at least Double Exposure moving forward, I have no interest in. My shift is now I'm gonna focus on Don't Nod and what they're doing with Lost Records. I'll be making videos about them. And any news and updates, I'm gonna do my best to keep up to date with. And that's what my channel will start focusing on now. That is to say, I won't make theory videos about Life is Strange, but they'll mostly focus on the 4 games, not really about what's going to be happening in the future after Double Exposure and whatnot. But anyways, that's really all I wanted to talk about in this video. I would like to make another video going over Lost Records in a bit more detail, but I still gotta watch the trailers, do my research, figure out more about this game, because I am very curious. Because even looking at trailers, I still feel that Life is Strange vibe from the first original games, if you know what I mean. But anyways, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.